No, the new ones.
I don't know. You wear. You yesterday.
Those new hats, the ones you say is wear
You
these
need
hats.
it back.
Where?
On the floor. Here. In the back. See? People eat.
I'm gonna eat it, don't worry about it. Here we go, one thumbs up. That was fast. It's a nice hat, wow. It's an expensive hat. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome. Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Any opposition? Who's the opposing team? Are you a team? Are Democrats? Fireman, what's up, buddy? Happy Valentine's Day, my friend. Because I love you. Well, I was going live on JohnAvanti. I was doing a few lives there. Thank you. Good to see you too, buddy. I'm getting a steak made. So I didn't even know I had lobster, and I made I was gonna make lobster rolls, and I could have had it with the steak. I could have had surf and turf. Yeah, so what's going on? What's going on? Oh, you know what I wanted to talk about? I figured when more people come in about the congestion price, and I did a video on that. I don't know, did anybody watch that video on congestion pricing? That Donald Trump, I'm totally disagree with him on that. That why should Donald Trump get involved with New York City and then trying to make a profit? I mean, isn't he a businessman? Musabai 00. Oh God name. Oh God name. I haven't heard that one before. How do you like my new hat? Believe it or not, I went to the boat show and they were giving out hats. So I went to one table and they goes, oh, take as many as you want. So I took 3 of these gray ones for fishing, like when you go fishing, because these are like netted, and then 2 black ones. So then I went to another table and I took 2 hats. And the guy comes over to me, he's ready to stick his hand in my bag. And I'm like, yo, bro, get your hand out of my bag. You want your hat? He goes, oh, those hats are for people who sign a contract. So I was like, you mean, so I got to buy a $400,000 boat for you to give me this fucking cheap hat? It was a piece of junk. It was like a hat like this, like a $2 hat. Lover Poke Bear, English or Spanish? What do you mean? I don't speak Spanish. You are very smart. Well, at least you think so. I am very smart. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate that. How about hitting the thumbs up, guys? So we get some more people in here. So latest news is Donald Trump went to Russia and China and said that he wants to, for all 3 nations, cut the military budget by 50%. You know how much money that is? So you got to think about it. If Donald Trump gets rid of all the NGOs, 4,000 pages, cuts the military budget in half, he can eliminate taxes. That's his goal, is to eliminate income tax and hopefully property taxes. The best is here. The best said hi. How are you? How are you? Got a message held for review. Julie Thornhill, English or Spanish means whoever moves first is gay. I'm gay. I'm a gay guy. I'm always happy and gay. Right? Anybody else in here that's happy and gay? I'm always happy. Hey, listen, I got a short life to live. So I'm going to try to be as happy as I can for as long as I can, right? I'm not going to be a miserable person. So I'm going to be happy and gay. Viral, oh yeah, daddy. Rib dog, I swear my pants were just on. What happened to your pants? Did your dog rip off your pants? What life? You definitely can't claim to be happy. I always sitting on the... I am happy. And gay. I think I'm more gay than happy. Joseph Blank. Sure, Trump will fuck up? I don't think so. Well, Joseph, please explain to me how he's doing that. Can you imagine all these Democrat states are suing Donald Trump for eliminating NGOs, non-governmental organizations, because they're all not getting paid. That's how they get rich. He's taking the money away from them. Go open a business and make money. The government is not for you a diving board to get rich. Rib dog smiling. My daddy did. His name is Johnny. Rib dog. He's not for the rich. How is he for the rich if he's cutting the military? He's eliminating NGOs. Shouldn't the rich get a tax cut as well? Then go get rich. Go get rich. The Blue Baron, are you from Jersey? That's for you to guess. That's for you to prove to me that you know for a fact that I'm from Jersey. The Blue Brown. Guys, let's tap the thumbs up screen. He is not there. Who's he there for? He's cutting taxes. He's cutting overtime. He's cutting federal income tax and Social Security. What does that mean? That's for everybody. Cashful, what's up, buddy? Yeah, so Donald Trump, he's a champion. That's why they hate him, because he's hurting their pocket. You understand? He's taking the money out of their pocket. They're losing. He's cutting billions and billions and billions out of their pocket. Basically, the Democrats are stealing your money, including some rhino Republicans. That's why they're rhinos, because they're part of the Democrat scheme to rip off the government. Hashville, Trump all day, every day. Joseph Blank, you better believe the inflation will go skyrocketing. How can the inflation go up when Trump just called on China and Russia to unilaterally, between the three states, cut the military budgets by 50%? That means stop investing in the military. That's saving us Americans money. And by cutting all those NGOs, the budget will be nothing. Zero. J.D. Vance made a brilliant speech there here in Europe. Yeah, he's a smart man. Jenny Lou, oh my effing G. Effing G. G-string, G-spot? Jenny, is that what you're talking about? Oh my fucking G-spot? You pig! 220 people are losing their jobs. Gonna be interesting also. Farmers can't sell to U.S. aid. When did USAID is not a place to sell your farm stuff anyway. Why would you sell your food to USAID? USAID is a money distributor. That's what USAID is. They distribute money to all these NGOs. People are saying inflation will go up while inflation already went up. Why would inflation go up if you're cutting spending? Are you retarded? Who would say that? Oh, I said that, retarded. I hurt a lot of feelings. Expensive. Anywhere that's Democrats. Connecticut, Vermont, New Jersey. Probably the least, wow, this hat is tight. Holy shit. Probably the least expensive state to live in, as in a Democrat state, is Delaware, where Joe Biden used to be senator. That's amazing. Yeah. Think of that. NAGA, the only way. NAGA? NAGA or MAGA? Hashful. Jason, you're a moron if you would vote for Kamala. Hogtie. You too stupid to remember California. Not your leader. Rest in peace, Joe Rogan. Porsche took another. Joe Rogan? No. Joe Rogan. In the news. No, he's alive. Niall, as a person not from America, can I ask why people are so vocal about? Because we're getting fucked here through taxes, NGOs. Aren't you following the news, bro? You know how much it costs to live in America? Big money. 25% tariffs on products means that consumers. Yeah, so? Would you rather pay more income taxes and more property taxes? Tanuki? Yeah, man, what's up, buddy? What's going on? Can review and remove chat messages, can manage block words and change chat mode. What's up, yeah, man? Prairie Wolf, Axe. Jammin Lake. Musa Bai. Hey, your country, my country name? United States of America. Come on, guys, let's hit that tap. Let's hit the thumbs up. I think we went to school together. We went to school together, possibly. Or we went to different schools together. I think we went to different schools together. Good afternoon, John, everyone. Good afternoon. Hey, Jeremiah Brown, what's happening, buddy? Greetings from Louisiana. Greetings. Welcome to the live stream. Stephen Blanchard, the best. Just subscribe. Thank you, the best. So products from outside the U.S. will be more expensive. No, inflation is not caused by pricing. Inflation is caused by governmental spending. So basically, Tanuki, I don't know, where do you live? Are you an American or you're Japanese? That sounds like a Japanese name. So basically, you want foreign companies to do business in the United States for free, while American companies have to pay to do business in the United States. When I go to work, I have to pay taxes. So I have to pay just to work in America. I can't work for free. I have to pay to live in America. So you want foreign countries to sell their products in America for free? Wow. My name is Johnny. Too cool. Calm down, Pete Rose. Pete Rose. What makes you bring up Pete Rose? What do you want him to be in the Baseball Hall of Fame? Mike G, I am happy with this administration. Oh, excellent. I think so. They're doing a good job. I mean, I don't like the fact that he's trying to go against New York and the congestion pricing. You know what I mean? Even though like Donald Trump is from New York, I don't see how he doesn't understand the value of New York. Did anybody here know that New York City has 740 bridges? They're basically all free. The main bridges are the Kosciuszko Bridge, which is brand new. It's like 12 lanes. It's incredible. Then you have the Brooklyn Bridge, which is a historical landmark, and you could drive over it, walk over for free. You have the Manhattan Bridge, you could drive over it, take the train over it, bike over it. That's like an experience. You're taking... Hold on, let me see who this is. Hello?
Yes, sir. Is John available?
John?
I believe that's the lead, Mr. JohnAvanti.
For what?
In regards to the 222 Admiral that I've got listed for sale.
Oh, yeah. What's
No,
up?
I get it, man. Look, I try to avoid phone calls like that too.
What's up with that? That's a lot of money, no? Don't you think?
For the Admiral?
No?
Oh no, sir. It's a brand new boat.
I know, I saw that.
Yeah, the guy is. Actually, I sold it to him initially. He's got 20 hours on it.
Wow.
And he's rigged it out very nicely.
I saw that.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think. I mean, it comes with all the warranties. I believe a full 6 years of warranties on the motor, etc.
Wow. How's that boat with the two 115s?
It jumps out of the hole. It runs smooth. I mean, it is. It's probably. I've ridden on them with the single motor application. I wasn't really impressed.
It's probably fuel efficient too, right? With the two 115s?
Extremely. Yes, sir.
Yeah, but like I'm looking at one now. It's a 21 Steigercraft, 23 Chesapeake.
Yes,
And
sir.
it has, just a regular 200, but it has, dual steering. And, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I
And
know what you're talking about.
it's a lot cheaper, you know what I mean? It's,
Oh, yes, sir.
That's a consignment boat?
Yes, sir, it is.
So talk to him, see like what the least he'll take and give me a call back. Or you know
Yeah,
already.
I don't. I mean, we just listed it, a
Oh.
week ago. I know what he's got in it. He's got more like the 132,000 into it.
Wow.
Yeah, he really rigged it out. Nice.
So why is he selling it?
His wife doesn't like it, so he's going to go with a center console again. They
Oh,
thought they were, thought they were in that position to want to do a cutting cabin, but she's not real happy.
yeah, until they get flooded
Yeah.
and one of
No,
the
I know.
kids fall overboard.
Oh yeah, I tell you, the one thing that sold him was definitely the finished work on it.
No, that's a beautiful boat.
Yeah.
That's really, really nice.
He did add the flooring on it recently as well too.
I saw that. Is that the good shit or that's Amazon stuff?
So that's the real good $6,000 worth of stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the
Yeah.
radar. It's all Garmin.
He's got it rigged, man. I tell you,
I mean, if it's
the
the whole thing was like mine, the one I'm looking at now, out the door, is 925.
92,500,
Yeah.
right?
Then I'm looking at I went to the boat show, and they had a Parker, a 24 Parker, 2420 with dual digital everything, 150 Yamahas. No trailer, just basic electronics, radio, and they want for that 135 out the door.
Okay.
So 119. It's just give him a call, see what he says, and then give me a call back.
Yeah, I certainly will.
All right, my friend.
John, it is right. It is John, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, John. My name is Charles Doyle, and I'll give him a call probably tonight. If not, you'll hear from me Monday. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
All right. What? You from New York?
Yeah, I would have to come down and drive it home.
Okay. The what part of New York?
Uh, Brooklyn.
Okay. We're majority of us are transplants from Long Island.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
like the Steiger Craft is in Long Island. I know Long
Yeah.
Island well. My first wife was from Rockville Center.
Okay.
Yeah. So I know. I mean, I'm from Brooklyn. We know Long Island.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, I used to go there and hang out, go to the bars, you know, the beaches
yeah.
once in a while.
I miss it up that way.
Yeah.
I think I'll go back up this summer. I got family I got to visit anyway.
So you guys are in Virginia?
No, sir. I'm in North Carolina.
Oh, that's not that far.
No, really. I used to do the drive. What is it? Long Island was 9 hours, 9.5 maybe. But if
Yeah,
you're in
no, it's not
Brooklyn,
too
you take
bad.
another, maybe 8.5.
Yeah, I'll come down with my truck, you know, if the price is right. You know, let him know. I mean, I'm already at one out the door. It's 925, and it's got the Chesapeake back. You know, it's got the dual console. It's only got a 200 on it. You know.
I tell you that I don't know if you're familiar with Defiance, but
No, I know. I was just at the show. I saw it. Yeah.
I think it's finished a lot better. I mean, they use a lot better materials to me anyway. But,
Yeah. No, I know. I like the boat. That's why I'm calling about it. I really do.
So I tell you what, I'll give them a call, find out, see what we can do.
Yeah. Yeah, I almost bought one from a guy. He had it for 39,000.
Oh yeah.
An older one with a 150 Honda on it. But the guy
Hondas
sold
are
it.
good motors. They're finicky, but they're good motors.
Yeah, no, Hondas are good. They're good.
Yeah. Well, I think you'd be thoroughly impressed with the difference between twin motor applications versus a single motor. It's a huge difference. It really is. But yeah, I'll give him a call. I'll let you know, and then we'll go from there.
All right.
All right. Thanks, John.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Bye.
Huh.
Who's that?
That was the guy with the Defiant. I'm not gonna get that. That's. I like to have the
Options?
dual steering. Like you have steering in the front and steering in the back. So let's say you're out fishing, and you catch, and let's say you land like a big tuna, or a big shark, or a big swordfish, right? And the fucking thing is all over the place. One guy could be at the helm and turning the boat while the fish is moving around. You know what I mean? That's why guys like center consoles. See, a center console, if you're by yourself, you can basically, you know, if you're really good, you know, you can maneuver the boat. You know, but the thing about, to me, a center console is they flood easy. Like you could sink those things like that. Even if you have like a contender, like unless it's got a huge bow. I mean a giant bow. But if you get like a pilot house or even a boat with a cabin and the water comes up over the boat, it's gonna wash off the boat. But if you have a center console and the water comes, so let's say you're going, now you come up because the way the swells are coming, and you go down under. the nose of the boat and the center console is going to go underwater. But this is a live stream. Wow. Emma, come and eat.
She ate her tofu.
Oh, this steak is delicious. Joanne, you cooked this thing perfect. Wow. I taught Joanne how to cook steak. She used to boil them. I was like, what the fuck? Give me a little butter. BLKMN. I don't want to say it, but I know what that means. Okay, average conservative that doesn't understand. Oh my gosh. Why does everybody say I don't explain to me what tariffs are? First of all, Bill K. Man, can I ask you a quick question? Do you believe that American corporations should be taxed? Yes or no?
Oh, not right now. This is
Should a
just
company doing business in America with labor, manufacturing, with all these expenses, shipping, packaging, labor costs, taxes all over the place, rent, should American corporations be taxed? All right, so we have Lisa Treadwell says yes. Mr. and Mrs. Wright says yes. So Travis C. believes yes. Joseph says no. Oh, good God. All right. So what you're trying to say is with these tariffs that I don't understand is that you want foreign companies in Canada, in Mexico, all South America, in China, all over Asia, Eastern Europe, all over Europe, to do business in America for free. That's what you're saying. So what they're doing is they're using code words like tariffs because another word for tariff is tax. Let's stop using the word tariff. Let's use the word tax. So you want foreign companies not to pay any taxes at all. You just want Americans to pay all the taxes. So a company in a foreign country with billionaires that own them, they can sell their junk in America and not pay any taxes. So why own a business in America when you can go to a foreign country and not be taxed? Like in Mexico. Like, I think it was a bad deal that Donald Trump made with Mexico to say, oh, put troops on the border and we won't give you tariffs? That's bullshit. They should have told Mexico, you're going to pay tariffs, and if you continue to allow migrants to come through the border illegally, we're going to increase your tariffs. But we're going to go there anyway because Donald Trump is looking to eliminate income tax, eliminate the IRS. Who pays the tax?
give me on.
Basically, what happens is when goods come through the border, it goes through customs, right? So when you go to a foreign country and you return to the United States, you fill out on the plane what's called a bill of lading. That they call it something else because they don't want to confuse you. But basically what it is a bill that they ask you, what have you bought into the United States? Is it worth more than this, this, and that? So if you say yes, they give those cards to customs, or you bring it to customs, and then they ask you the same questions. Oh, okay, so we're going to tax you. You got to pay an import tax, right? So the people that are bringing the goods into the country have to pay the tax. Now, you can't pass that tax on to the person you bought the goods from because it's different. But an importer like Walmart, because that's what Walmart does. They import goods from other countries. The Home Depot, all these big box stores, they sell all imported goods. The majority of their products are from imports. Even like Dell, Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, everything is imported. So when the importer brings the goods in, customs forces them to pay a tax, if there is a tax, a tariff. Now, the way the importer diverts the taxes by telling the company in the other overseas that he's going to have to pay all these taxes, and they cut their prices. That's what happened. That's how it is. Because when you buy an American-made good, like Ford and GM, they're paying taxes too. They're paying labor. They got unions. I'm for unions. They have so much overhead, General Motors, even though they make a lot of money, but they have an insane amount of overhead. So in my opinion, if people don't want to if people think that it's going to cost too much money for you to buy imported goods, then American companies should be tax-free. Let's make it an even playing field. Why would you expect American companies to be burdened with all this tax, but you don't want to burden foreign companies with the same amount of tax and business expenses that they have? What about me? I have to go to work and pay money just to work. I can't work for free. I got to pay. I got to pay income tax to the state. I got to pay income tax to the federal government. And if you live in New York City, you got to pay borough tax. Imagine they tax you 3 times. So somebody working and living in New York, even if you live in Jersey and you work in New York, you got to pay a New York tax. You can't work in New York for free. If you live out of state, you have to pay New York City a tax just to work there. But you think tariffs are bad, right? Because tariffs are nothing but taxes that companies like Walmart want to convince you that are bad because they don't want to pay it. They don't want to increase their prices because they want to convince you that they have cheap prices. How come you not figure that out? How do you not say, yeah, well, that's what it is? Because the only people that benefit from not having to pay taxes to import goods into the United States are big retailers. That's it. They're the only ones who make the money because they're going to still charge you enough to make a profit. And then what happens is, if they have a good that they're paying a lot of money for, whatever it is, and people don't want to buy it because it's too expensive, they're going to lower the prices. That's why things go on sale, because no one's buying them. No one could afford it. Like meat. When you go to some supermarkets, they have meat that costs like $40 a steak, right? Yeah, $40 a steak. But once it starts, no one's buying it, they put it on sale for $28.
Mm-hmm. They have to.
Yeah.
Or they'll throw it in the garbage.
Mm-hmm. They'll put it on sale. Same thing with cars. Like a car manufacturer that imports cars and they can't sell them, what do? They have rebates, like Hyundai. When Hyundai has an overstock of cars because nobody's buying them because they're too expensive, they start giving rebates. $8,000, $4,000. And maybe with the deal you get more off because they have to get rid of the cars. And that's how the market works. Just don't buy shit you can't afford. That's it. Buy stuff you can afford. So once they put taxes on all imported goods, the idea is to eliminate income and property taxes for the American people. Because then you have a choice. When you pay income taxes and property taxes, you have no choice. Property taxes go up and up and up and up and up, and you There's nothing you can do about it. And if you don't pay them, you get kicked out of your house. So would you rather be able to save your money or believe that you're going to pay an extra whatever for the goods that the foreign companies are just going to lower their prices to match the 25%? Because the factories got to keep going. They're not going to shut down their factories. Well, Nick, I'm trying to engage, but the chat is going. You know, and I'm talking. I'm making a statement about, what do you call it? About taxes, about tariffs, import tax. Because people say that I don't know how tariffs work. That's how tariffs work. Tariffs are taxes on a foreign company that wants to do business in the United States. Just like the rest of Americans have to pay taxes if they want to do business in America or even live here. So Satanist Rin, whatever that means, said that Canada signed a free trade agreement with the EU. So what does that mean? Yeah. Does Canada and the European Union have a trade deficit? In 2023, the EU exported $48 billion worth of goods to Canada, while Canada exported 27 point billions worth of. All right, so basically, a free trade agreement with Canada is to their benefit because the EU exported 48.88 billion euros worth of goods, and Canada exported to the EU 27. So they have a trade deficit. So by Canada signing a free trade agreement with the EU, which is stupid for the EU, benefits Canada. Because the United States and Canada have a $200 billion deficit. Why would the United States sign a free trade agreement with Canada when they import $200 billion worth of more goods into the United States than we can match with them? So that means the United States is losing money for Canada. So then what'll happen is that other companies that have that are trying to sell goods, all they got to do is import it into Canada, relabel it, and just sell it to the United States and avoid tariffs. A free trade agreement is stupid. I wouldn't do that. The only reason why they did that is to go against Trump, just to make Trump look like, he's the bad guy. He doesn't want Americans to get screwed. The United States and China have a $400 billion trade deficit. That means China imports or exports out of their country into the United States $400 billion more a year. Same thing with Mexico. $300 billion more a year in goods into the United States. We're losing money because we don't export enough to balance out. That's when you have a free trade agreement, is when you have 50-50. Not an imbalance of trade, then you're losing money. What's the point? Because that $400 billion undercuts the companies that are in the United States now. That's what happens. How is that stupid garbage, Jersey Mike? How does that make sense to you? If I'm importing $400 billion more worth of goods, and the United States sells $200 billion to China, who's benefiting? China. If there's a free trade agreement. Who's an idiot? Me? Gonna eat that.
No, you're gonna eat the bone. I'm just gonna take a piece of the meat. Here. Take the rest. Okay.
Should I savage this bone?
Yes, you should clean it.
I mean, think of what you're saying. You want Chinese companies to do business in America for free. Mexican companies, Canadian companies. That's what that means. When you have a free trade and there's a trade imbalance, that means the Canadian companies Canada that buys less from the European Union, the companies in the European Union are getting fucked.
Raining?
Is it?
Sounds like it. Does that sound like rain?
Rin, whatever Canada has, the United States has. It's no secret. The only reason why Canada needs to sell their energy to the United States is because their logistics, they can't export it.
Emma,
They don't have ports.
I gave you some greens. She wants you to listen.
You understand? The United States has ports. Canada has no port. They have one port, Halifax. That's why they're building a pipeline. So they can sell their oil overseas and bring it to tankers. So all their oil has to be sold to the United States because they can't, it's too expensive to export it. That's why that's why the United States buys your oil. We're doing you a favor to buy your oil. You think we need Canadian oil? Why do you think Joe Biden shut down all the oil rights and all of that? Because he was helping the foreign countries sell oil like Canada. Because if the United States doesn't buy Canadian oil, they have nobody else to sell it to. How would Canada bring their oil to China? How would Canada bring their oil to anybody else? The only port they have is Halifax. Look at the map. They can't even export their products out of the country. You know how much it costs to export out of Canada? It costs a fortune. Because they have to bring all their crap miles of, that's why all their big cities are in Quebec, are in Montreal, because it's closer to Halifax. Where the further north, south you go, or it's more desolate because there's no ports there. There's no ports. Where the United States, we have the whole East Coast is a port. We can export, import at a very, very low cost. Because we don't have, because like Factories can easily bring their goods to the port and export it, and companies overseas can easily bring their goods to ports and import them. With Canada, they have to go to fucking Halifax. So good.
That's a steak.
Yeah, Vancouver. What's Vancouver? Bro, you don't even understand logistics. You people talking about tariffs that, you're like on the left, and you don't even understand logistics. That's why Donald Trump said Canada should become a state. Because it's to their benefit. One, they have no ports. They have no way to ship their goods. The only way they can do it is they need a pipeline. And even then, they can only send minimal amount of oil through the pipeline.
With the bread.
Huh?
Eat the onions with the bread.
Canada needs to sell their goods to the United States because it's cheaper to import for them. They could just bring them over the border from anywhere. Just drive them over, just bring the goods over the border. You know what a lot of Canadian companies do? They ship all their crap to New Jersey by trucks. You know how many trucks from Canada come down from Canada, bring their goods to ports here and ship them overseas? Hundreds and hundreds of trucks. Because it's cheaper to ship out of New Jersey than it is from Halifax. Because Halifax, there's no ships there. No ships go to Halifax. You think they have 10 high cranes, straddles? They have nothing there. That port is like from the 60s. If you go to Halifax, the port is a joke compared to the East Coast. We get the East Coast has one of the largest gantry cranes in the world. We have cranes for mega ships, like gigantic, that those ships can't even go to Halifax. They can't. You know what they do in Halifax a lot? They put all their junk on barges and bring it down in barges. That's what they do. Yeah, because the port there is nothing. There's nothing there. You can't even make any money there. Look on the map where the port is. What is happening better? The government is eliminating governmental wasteful spending. Mm-hmm. That's what's happening. America has been ripped off even by Canadians with NGOs for the past 50, 75 years. That's why we have a $40 trillion deficit, because it's all theft. It doesn't cost that much. $1 trillion every 100 days to run the government? That's insane. Leaking? What information can they possibly leak that's not on the internet? The news media reports everything Donald Trump does. Everything. If Donald Trump shit his pants, Donald Trump used single-ply toilet paper, there's no secrets. What secrets are there? We know everything about Russians, and Russians know everything about us. There's no secret. You know how many rats there are in this country? That all you got to do, a lot of these politicians, you just give them a freaking Starbucks coffee and they'll tell you whatever you want to know.
In his first term, he believes that the economy can handle it and withstand it. And we're doing a lot to tackle the inflation effort on this front. The whole of government economic approach, and I've talked about what we're doing to tackle inflation quite a few times.
Bro, the ports in Canada are on rivers. It's the United States border and Canada with little rivers. The only port they have is Halifax. That's connected to the Atlantic Ocean. You understand? So Halifax is a small port compared to Los Angeles, New Jersey, Texas. What's the one in Texas? The one in Miami. The one in Texas, bro. There's one in just in the south. There's Miami, Jacksonville. There's South Carolina have ports. Texas, Louisiana. There's Philadelphia, Baltimore. There's ports everywhere here. So to ship and logistically importing and exporting is much cheaper in the United States than it is in Canada, because Canada doesn't have the deep water ports that the United States have. Remember China built that deep water port in the ocean with all land? It sunk because even China doesn't have ports like the United States. You understand? So it costs a lot of money to export from China because they don't have the ports we have, even though they have a lot of ports.
Making our government efficient and accountable. It was some unnamed bureaucrat that none of you knew. Elon Musk is the richest man in the world.
All right. Patrick, you can call me brainwashed, but what am I brainwashed about? Do you understand the term logistics? Do you know what that means? Logistics. Look it up. Look it up. Use your phone and look up logistics. Logistics. I mean, why would Canadian companies send Canadian goods with Canadian truck drivers to the United States to put their containers, their exports on ships here? Why don't they just do it in Canada?
I can continue to go through these. I love this one. $57,000 for climate change in Sri Lanka. What is this doing to continue the interests of the American people? Absolutely nothing. These are the line items across the federal government that Doge is identifying.
How, in 12 days they spent $4 trillion? That's impossible.
Well, if they seized 4 trillion.
More than transparent and without. And here's one of the tweets that they posted about the mine. I believe this is in Pennsylvania, where the federal employee retirement system.
Listen, they're not going after Vice President Harris. They're going after Donald Trump. Why? Because he's hurting them in the pocket. I mean, that's why they don't want the guy. I mean, what other reason could there be? That's the only reason I can think of. Is that you're taking away their livelihood. Why do you think President Biden had like 200 LLCs? Because those are all the NGOs. All these politicians have that. They have NGOs, and that's why when Joe Biden was president, and the Republicans were saying, "How do you have 4,000-page spending bills?" Those are all the NGOs. Sometimes it was 3 on a page. That's what it was, and maybe it was front and back. Who knows? What do you think? Why would you think there's 4,000, probably more, page spending bill? What are they just explaining everything in detail? No. It's all like, we're going to pay for this, we're going to pay for that, we're going to fund this, we're going to fund USAID with, like, so they can pay all these NGOs. We're going to fund the Board of Education, $270 million. We're going to fund NASA. That's the next thing you should cut is fucking NASA. We're going to fund the IRS. We're going to... It's all theft. So Donald Trump is going after all these people who are collecting, even overseas, all these NGOs money. So all you got to do is, let's say you're a sheik in Saudi Arabia or whatever country, and you're in the oil business, right? So you're Jared Kushner. No, not Jared Kushner. Yeah, Jared Kushner. And you want to make a deal with these people, and you want to go to them and say, listen, let's make a deal. I'm going to buy your oil for this price, and then he's going to sell it for more when oil goes up in price. And I'm going to do you a favor, and I'm going to set up an NGO so you get paid by you selling me the cheaper oil. Hello, how do you think it works? How do you think that works? So now Donald Trump is taking away all this gravy. Bro, they wanted to give in Africa, they're saying that they have an explosion of AIDS. So they want to give them $50 million worth of condoms. Use your common sense. First of all, there's 46 different countries in Africa. So when they say Africa, think of 46 countries. How the fuck are you going to distribute $50 million in condoms for 46 or 54 different countries? Secondly, the African continent population is exploding. Exploding. There's 1.3 billion Africans. Yeah, in Africa. So if the Africans really wanted to use condoms, their population would be going down. They have no problem having babies. The men they have, and the women have no problem getting pregnant and giving birth to 2, 3, 4 kids. They don't care. They want that. It's not like in America that the women are, taking their babies out. People are having 1 kid. The men don't get married. Nobody's getting married. The population's going down in America, not in Africa, not in China. So why would the United States fund people like that to give them condoms? You think they're going to really use condoms? They wanted to give condoms to the Taliban. You really think the Taliban are going to use condoms? It's common sense. Like, what are they trying to do by giving them condoms? I mean, just go read the spending that he's cutting from all these NGOs. They're ridiculous because they're all fronts. Like when they say, oh, that business is a front. That's what an NGO is. It's a front to divert government money to special interests. That's what that is. That's a front. It's the same thing. You're gonna finish that?
No, I left it for Emma. If she's gonna take it.
Oh, okay.
No, you're gonna eat. She's not gonna eat it.
Why? Eat it.
She won't.
That's broccoli raw. No, tomorrow.
This we put in the fridge.
You finished?
No, you wanted to eat.
No,
that.
you eat it.
Go ahead, eat it, John.
Okay, just give me a fork. Yeah. Think about it. They want to get me fat. Think about it. You really believe that Africans are going to use condoms? They have an explosive population. Look it up.
With President Zelensky.
Look it up.
Ukraine, his truth is as follows. I just spoke to President Zelensky of Ukraine. The conversation went very well. He, like President Putin, wants to make peace. We discussed a variety of topics having to do with the war, but mostly the meeting that is being set
No.
Friday in Munich, where Vice President J.D. Vance,
I don't believe in Albert Einstein.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio, will lead the delegation.
I think he was a fictitious, made-up character
It is time to stop this ridiculous
to convince you that a certain group of people are more intelligent
death and destruction
than the rest of the population. So they created Albert Einstein
about these calls, and he told me to tell all
and Nobel. So Nobel and Albert Einstein have the same thing in common.
wholeheartedly committed to a
So they use an award, like a prestigious
more on that later. I'm sure you'll
award for doing good under the name of a guy like Albert Einstein. That's all it is. I mean, Albert Einstein, if you really look at him, look at the pictures. He looks like an idiot. He doesn't look smart at all. The guy. First of all, I don't even want to talk about it.
improve their lives and our country. And yesterday, in particular, was 18 for the United States of America. Thanks to the great leadership of President Trump and the strong and tough leadership of President Trump, Mark Fogel, an American teacher detained by Russia, was returned to American court and met with the president here at the White House last night. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and the
Well, Jersey Mike, you could believe in Albert Einstein.
security team helped negotiate.
I'm not trying to disconvince you. You can believe in whatever you want.
This event shows a good faith
All right, here.
sign, as I just said, that we are
What does E equal MC square mean?
Melanie Fogel, Mark's 95-year-old mother, was understandably very worried that she would never see her son again after his arrest in 2021. Mrs. Fogel was actually slated to join President Trump on stage at the July 13th
All right.
Butler, Pennsylvania rally.
E equals MC square is a common equation. Energy, mass, and speed of light. They've been using that before Albert Einstein was even in somebody's sack. You think this is something new? E equals MC square? Now, when they present it to you as E equals MC square, you don't know what the fuck it means. But it means energy, mass, and the speed of light, right? So basically, when they built the pyramids, they had to use energy, mass, and probably a different form of an equation to be able to contain mass and weight. Like any engineer uses energy and mass because weight is energy, and you need mass to make it all a solid. Right? Because energy falls. Just like when the Twin Towers fell, right? What happened when the Twin Towers fell? You know, when they do a controlled demolition, that's what that is. E equals MC square. Energy times mass times speed. You don't need to be a fucking rocket scientist to know that. That's common mathematics. So why is that such a breakthrough? Because normal, common people, they don't even, like people who even taken mathematicians, they don't even fucking know that. It's a common equation. E equals MC square. But they portray, like you see it in the Twilight Zone. E equals M, like, wow, what is that? Right, it's energy. Everything is calculated like that. If you're an engineer, you should know this. So you really believe that Albert Einstein came up with the theory of relativity, or he came up with a fictional wormhole? That's science fiction. That's not reality. The wormhole. That's like anybody can think of that. That's like a guy, Steven Spielberg or Star Trek, Anybody could have figured that out. That's nothing. You need to be a genius to figure that out. Why do you need to be a genius to say, oh, space is a wave? How the fuck does he know? That's his opinion. That's misinformation, if you ask me. You can't prove that. You can't prove that space is a wave or there's like to travel through space, like to go to Mars, you have to go through a wormhole. You can't prove that. That's science fiction. That's to convince the people who like believe in science fiction to think that Albert Einstein was such a smart guy. You know, like they show him at a blackboard with all these big equations and it's all bullshit. You know how many mathematicians there are? You think Albert Einstein was the only mathematician at his time? They just promoted him like a star. They got posters, T-shirts. Albert Einstein was just a regular fucking dope with his stupid hairdo. What the fuck is that? Why would you think that guy is some kind of like intelligent person? All his stuff is all basic knowledge. And it's all fiction. It's all like shit that he just made up in his mind. And then you get guys that explain it dramatically to convince you that it's reality, that that's what it is. To travel through space, you need to find this fucking imaginary wormhole to go through it. How? How do you go through the wormhole? With what? The wormhole theory. The wave. Get the fuck out of here. How can there be waves when the sun emits radical energy to the planet? Radical, like anytime it wants. Solar, the hottest energy that the sun throws at the earth is pink. That's the hottest energy. So if you ever see pink, you should shit in your pants. Because if that pink is hot enough and it breaks through whatever's protecting us, the earth magnetic field, as they call it, be afraid. That's reality. When you see the sun and it's burning you, that's reality. By somebody telling you that there's a wave and all these, that's not proven. There's no proof of that. It's all bullshit. It's all like they're just promoting a guy, and that's all it is. It's like he's like a scientific movie star. I mean, what was Einstein involved in the atomic? I think so, right? Was Einstein involved in the atomic bomb? With the atomic bomb. Okay, see, he wasn't directly involved in the Manhattan Project. All right. But, I mean, if you look at footage of all the testing, I mean, they eventually they're going to scrub it all from the internet, because compared to that time, when you look at that footage, that was CGI. That was basic CGI back in 1944. That was CGI, right? Compared to today, I mean, you get video games that the actors in the game look real, but they just, they can't make them look like real human beings. Are you the one running the stimulation? Well, not really. You just have to. It's just like the Matrix. When you understand, when you watch that movie, what they're trying to say, then you understand more. Like, what's the Matrix? That's like they're trying to convince you E = MC² is some kind of genius some kind of genius discovery. When it's just they've been using that since the Egyptians. That's fucking common math. That's basic math. Mass, energy, mass, and gravity. That's all it is. How do you think you build? When you're an engineer, you build from the bottom up, right? So that's what E equals MC squared is. What the fuck is it? How do we multiply 3 times 3? You just say 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 9. 3 times 3. Or you can go, okay, serious note. You all need to Google robot revealed Elon Musk as CEO dictator, playback sounds. Yeah, no, I mean, now they have, what do they call that? I mean, you can look on like TikTok and YouTube, and they can like animate anybody, anyone, and it's incredible. Your voice, the way you look, it's just amazing. You know, today's CGI is fantastic. I mean, just look at all these space movies compared to the moon landings. Droid KSN. Are infinite loops in software real? Yeah, infinite loops, yeah. Yeah, you can set a video to do an infinite loop. So that's a program. That's they have a basic infinite loop, and then they have more complex infinite loops. I mean, like when you talk in the cell phone, it's an infinite loop until you hang up, because it's the loop from that's spinning around one, and then it comes over, and it's looping until you hang up. Like right now, we're all in an infinite loop until we all hang up. Basically. Zaid, how you doing, Zaid? Am I stuck in the infinite loop? Maybe. Hey, maybe I'm wrong. I mean, you could believe whatever you want. That's why you're free to believe whatever you want. We're free to. In America, you could believe whatever you want. Now in England, they try and stop you from believing in whatever you want, because they'll come to your house and put you in jail. A free pizza party? Probably McDonald's. I think he likes McDonald's. Donald Trump. Donald Trump. I like that. Jeremiah Brown, Cargalayo. I saw his Nazi salute. What, this? What makes you think that's a Nazi salute? The Romans did that. That's not solely a Nazi salute. You think they were the first ones to come up with this? The Japanese did it. Everybody does it. Well, they did that before the Nazis ever even thought of it. Where is my gabagool? You know what? I gotta get some. I haven't had some gabagool in a while. Blessed be our founding fathers. Hey, we have to take care of a few things. Yeah, we should. We need to end radical spending. That infinite loop of NGOs has to end. Cause he did the math. No, he didn't. I just explained to you. They've been building. That's like engineering. That's a common equation. E, energy, M is mass, and C is the like the force. That's nothing new. They just promoted it because people don't know what the fuck it means. So once you're a real mathematician, then you say, you know what, Albert Einstein was a real fucking idiot. He wasn't that smart. He wasn't the first mathematician. You think he was the first mathematician to come up with anything? I don't think so. C is the third alphabet. Charlie, I know it was you who killed. I didn't kill anybody. Elon equals Musk. Oh, that's awesome. E equals Elon Musk too. Elon equals Musk too. No, you should just make E equals Musk 2. That's cool. I like that. Frank Dordano, he never said hell talking to XSS. Frank, I don't know what you're talking about, buddy, but how you doing, pal? Dan Armour, see the speed of light. But that makes, in reality, it makes no sense. Like energy, mass, and the speed of light. So this light needs energy to travel, right? And it has mass. So where does light come in? Right? Energy comes from the sun, which has mass. The formula tells us what mass and energy are actually two forms of the same. Right. You think that's anything new? You think like people that built the Romans, you don't think the Romans knew that they built aqueducts, buildings that the Pantheon, that's an amazing feat, an engineering feat. They did that all on paper. You think they didn't know that? You think Albert Einstein, just the guy with the wacky hair, you think he came up with that? Free the 0 point energy. Genji, what's up, buddy? Lee Mays, that's what a member of the KKK would say. What's the KKK? Droid KSN, did you wash your hands after? No. I'm like I use the oils to lubricate my skin from the food. I saw that on TV. I was watching a Cowboys and Indians movie, and the Indian, after they ate, the Indian goes, "Oh, we take the fat and rub it all over our bodies." They whacked Einstein. My estimation of him was genius. Just he wasn't a genius. All that was is they used the guy as a tool to convince you that a certain group of people are very intelligent. That's all it is. They're just using, like it's symbolism, right? Like sometimes you watch TV shows and you see the cops that wear 6-pointed stars. Like in the Wild West, you see the sheriffs, they all of them, because they're promoted by the people whose religion is the 6-pointed star, and all these sheriffs wear that star. Where in the West, they didn't even know what the fuck that star was. They didn't use that. Mr. H is delusional. Not a month better than 4 years, no rudder. Not a month? Because you don't understand something is not true. How do what? What's there to understand of E equals MC squared? It's a simple equation. You think that people before Albert Einstein didn't know what that means? He just popularized it. That's all he did. That was a basic math principle. That's not like a discovery, like something of a huge discovery in finite math. That's basic math. Light has no mass to start with. Well, we don't really know that. You can only measure, but we don't know what light in reality really. We can only measure it. We create light. Like there's light right here over my head that is created. Photons, yeah. I want to sit down with you and have some gabagool. Yeah, me too, Lamore. Some gabagool. Well, I would like, how about some gabagool and hitting the thumbs up button? Do I have something on my mouth? Oh, it's on the screen. Forget about it. Stuck in Florida? Oh, you poor guy. You don't know that. Don't include the rest of us. No, listen. You can believe whatever you want. I'm just telling you what I think, how I feel. You can believe whatever you want. All right. So what did E equals MC square accomplish? Nothing. Did they use that to invent computers? To invent the transistor? No. To invent the hammer? To invent the wheel? No. It's just stupidity. Wormholes and waves through space. It's science fiction. It's just that's an opinion. I think that space is this, and I'm going to make an equation and just to make it more confusing, so people then think that it's real. Rocket propulsion. So you really think that they needed Albert Einstein to create rockets? Were rockets around before Albert Einstein? Did they use E equals MC squared for rocket propulsion? Is that all I got? I don't know. Are you talking to me, Frank? Mailer soon. Einstein equals MC showed the mass that could be turned into energy, and energy could be turned into. So what's so special about that? Didn't you ever hear of a catapult? Right, they had catapults. The faster the ball goes, the more energy it has, and then when it hits something, it has a bigger explosive energy. Right? An arrow. So if you take an arrow and you throw it like this, it has basically no effect. But if you put a bow on it and you shoot the arrow, or you take a spear with more mass than an arrow and you throw it, you're going to do more damage than a little arrow. You think Albert Einstein came up with E equals MC squared? He just popularized it. That's all it is. They've been using that theory in the Stone Age, if you believe in evolution. Quasimodo predicted all of this. Quasimodo from Notre Dame, the Hunchback in Notre Dame. That Quasimodo. Alex K. Dude, what? What, you don't understand mass? If you take a small arrow, a basic arrow, and throw it, it has no effect. It'll just tumble. But if you take something with more mass in a spear, a little more weight, and balance, and you throw it a certain way, it'll have more effect. And you could do more damage with it. Right? That's the same thing, equals MC squared. Why people write whole paragraphs nobody wants to read? Well, let me see, big paragraph. All right, here's mailer soon. A catapult is an interesting example, but it doesn't directly show. It is. That's basically where it comes from. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Equals energy, mass, and speed. I mean, that's what it comes down to, right? The bigger the catapult, the tighter you can bring it down, the more speed you're going to have, right? With the mass that you have to create more energy to destroy something you want to hit. That's what that is. The equals MC squared has been around for forever. That's nothing new. Like I said, he just popularized it. Not him, but whoever was promoting Albert Einstein popularized it to make him look like he was some sort of smart person. Because I can guarantee you a lot of mathematicians probably say he's a dummy. He's not smart at all. I mean, I'm sure he knew math and physics, but who doesn't? Who doesn't? There's so many physicists and mathematicians. Come on. See, the only difference between Albert Einstein and guys today is that Albert Einstein didn't have computers like all the other mathematicians and physicists and all these other different professions that you rely on calculations, as was computers. You don't see these today physicists and mathematicians writing these giant equations on these gigantic boards. Because when you see something like that, you're blown away. You're like, wow, holy shit. Go get remember in college, they had those scientific calculators? Well, that's what that is on the board. He had to write it out. You understand? And he made up, believe me, you don't even know if that's even true. You can't read that thing on the board. What the fuck is that? I mean, use your head. So today, they're not going to popularize a mathematician because guys use computers and calculators. I mean, you got your phone. Look, my phone's calculator can go scientific. Look at that. Or I can go basic. You know what I mean? Here, rulers. I mean, look, square. Square. M square. It's nothing like special. We got 42 likes, man. Thank you. Let's get some more up there. Let's try to hit 100. Let's try to hit 100 likes. I love Canadians from your sister's Commonwealth country in Australia. Oh, okay. All right, Belinda. John. Hey, we got John was there. Hey, John. No. Kelly McKinley. Johnny, sorry it's been a bit since I tuned in. Oh, it's okay, Kelly. Nice to see you again. How are you? Please tell us. Oh, I missed it. Jersey Mike. Jersey Mike, are you the Jersey Mike's sub shop guy? Please tell us you are not a teacher. I am a teacher. I teach in the School of Hard Knocks. You know that? You know that school, the School of Hard Knocks? That's where I teach. I'm a tenured professor in the School of Hard Knocks. Yeah. So I can interview you if you want to join us in the School of Hard Knocks. You could become a professor too. So what did you do before you had cell phone that could? Well, they use blackboards. See, so if you get a common person seeing a guy with wacky hair in a white shirt in front of a blackboard with white chalk that's 10 times his height and his width, you're going to be like, wow, that guy's smart. Did they do that with anybody else? Well, are there any other mathematicians that they promoted like that? That they put them in front of a blackboard and all of this? No. He's like a math superstar. He's like a performer that he needs artificial help to become famous. I used to remember numbers, all of them sometimes. One of the great challenges in life is knowing enough about a subject to think you're right, but not enough about the subject to know you're wrong. Yeah, that makes sense. Pleaded educate yourself about tariff, avoid more. I'm not embarrassed. You're just convinced that you want foreign companies to do business in the United States for free, where everybody else in America has to pay to live here. We have to pay property taxes, income taxes, sales taxes. What the hell is this? Oh, you know what it is? I miss shaving. That's part of a mustache. I'm saying, what is that? I miss when I shaved. I miss that. Thoughts on Sir Isaac Newton? No. I mean, what is Sir? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't really. I mean, he's the guy with the apple and gravity and all that shit. I mean, you really can't measure gravity. So he says, "Oh, an apple falls. What causes the drop?" And they said gravity. So you can't measure it. So does it really exist? But I mean, I believe in gravity. I'm not gonna deny it. So I'm gonna, whatever falls. Ooh, my phone. I don't want to break my phone. So let's see. So if I take this 2 gigabyte SD card and I drop it, is it gravity? I mean, there's a people who don't believe in gravity. Neil deGrasse Tyson is smart, I'm sure, but definitely seems to lack common. Right, because he's just promoting the nonsense, the fake science that they want you to believe in. He's an actor. I mean, Neil deGrasse, I'm sure he's a smart, nice guy, but he's an actor. You could piss him off. No. If you disagree, I'll have hot chocolate. If you disagree with him, you know, he's an actor. He's a guy to promote, because, you know, NASA, right? They get paid $66 million a day. Yeah. So imagine people stop believing in moon landings and whatever they promote, right? People would get fucking furious. On why are you giving these people $66 million a day? What are they doing with all that money? So Neil deGrasse has to promote it. You know, then they teach you evolution in college and in grammar school, right? So in order for education to continue to promote that basically contradicts Christianity, right? And, you know, creationism. He has to promote that. They need people to convince you. Like Albert Einstein was a man that they used to convince people that a certain group of people are very, very intelligent. So they deserve the protection they get because of their intelligence. They deserve the money they get because of the intelligence, the power they have because of the intelligence. And people like Albert Einstein, Nobel, and others, that's what they're for. They're just actors. How does math go against religion? No, I didn't say math. I said evolution. Evolution is a contrary to creationism. Right? So are dinosaurs. I mean, well, I mean, you could say that. Well, one of his greatest, this guy, who was the Catholic priest who worked with Albert Einstein? Right, so George Henry Joseph Edward was like as smart, if not smarter, than Albert Einstein. He was a priest. I mean, yeah, listen. He was French, born 1894, 20 June, was a Belgian Catholic priest, theological physicist, and mathematician who made major contributions to cosmology and astrophysics. That's why the Catholic Church is not anti-science. They have that big telescope Lucifer, right? And they look, and they have like huge, you know, they're big into astronomy and not astrology, but astronomy. So they've been doing math way before Albert Einstein. Way before. When did evolution start? Evolution started in like the 1700s. Even maybe the 1800s, but not big. Then it got really big in the 20th century because in order to dumb down and teach people useless information rather than teach people intelligent information, like instead of having like math, like a longer math class, they would confuse you with evolution. They would talk about monkeys and man evolving from, from whatever. You know what I'm saying? The missing link, all of this stupid shit. Erecto, Homo erectus, Homo sibilis, Homo sapien, Homo this, Cro-Magnon man. Then dinosaurs. You're learning. Why would they teach this in college or school? To high school, to young kids. Like, why would they teach you that? You've got the wrong religion in your life. There's no need to dumb you down. I'll pray that you become educated. Yeah, right. I mean, listen, believe what you want. I think I am. Again, you just don't want to understand things, and you would prefer. Well, you can believe what people tell you, Miss Satan, Ren. I believe what I want to believe. You want to believe in Albert Einstein and moon landings and dinosaurs and cavemen? Go right ahead. I don't care. You're not gonna. That's not gonna affect my life. I'm still going. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go just like everybody else in this world. He's just baiting you. He's trying to sell stupid. No, stupid is free. Free. You don't have to sell stupid. Sorry. Clean. I wonder if this guy believes Trump won. Mark, modern day. Well, you know what? If you don't believe it on TikTok, you can get banned. You know that? If you say that what that guy just said about 2020 and you know who, right? Orange man bad. TikTok will ban you. Why? Who gives a fuck? If you believe in it or not. Why is that so? Why would they go so far as to ban you? Convince you that the other guy actually won fair and square. Like, what is so bad about somebody saying he did it? He's still the president, right? Biden still became president. So who cares if he says he won whatever? Why would they ban people for even saying that? Because I mean, like, if you know what, I'm really not going to talk about that because I have a strong opinion on that, and I really don't. I don't think that's fair to me because I just don't. Because that believes led to massive. Okay, I mean, so what would you call when they were burning down cities? What is that then? When they took over a town in Washington, what do you call that? When they literally kicked the police out of their own police station. And nobody did nothing about it. They just let them do it. They created their own little world and they let them do it. What do you call that? Let's talk about dinosaurs. Go ahead, Kenji. Enjoy Orange Mussolini? Well, how is he a fascist when he wants to cut taxes? Fascists don't want to cut taxes. Fascists want to raise taxes. You think Hitler cut taxes? Let's look that up. Hitler, no way. Did Hitler cut taxes? No. Hitler raised taxes and implemented other economic policies that made life harder for Germans. So Donald Trump is looking to cut taxes. So how do you associate Donald Trump to a fascist? It makes no sense. See, people who want to raise your taxes are the ones who are deceiving you. If all you talk about is spending, right? then that's not cutting taxes. The government's job is to save the taxpayers' money, not to spend it on NGOs, on foreign countries, on foreign bullshit. It's to help the American people. Thank you. Is it hot?
I'm not well.
Live a better life. Cocoa. Who likes cocoa? It's not even hot. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, think about it. Would you rather a president that raises your taxes or one that cuts your taxes and cuts spending? I mean, Donald Trump just told Putin and Xi Jinping, let's cut military spending by 50%. What does that mean? That means he's going to cut the national budget, the military one at least, by 50%. He cut the Board of Education by $270 billion. What does that mean? That means he can give the American people a tax cut. That means maybe they can cut property taxes. So Donald Trump is cutting spending. He's not increasing spending. We have education to the states. How many Board of Educations do you need? 7? You need 7 Board of Educations? So you need the Federal Board of Education, you need the State Board of Education, and where I live, they have the state, the county, the township, the city, and then the school itself is a Board of Education. So how much bureaucracy do you need in order to teach children basic mathematics, writing, reading, comprehension? What is so special about teaching somebody how to read and write? People do it. People without any education do it, homeschool their kids. What is so hard about that? When people homeschool their kids, you know how much it costs to homeschool a kid that you have to get a program from the state? It's $160 a year. So a smart kid or any kid can go on the computer and log into school and learn math, reading, writing, comprehension, everything about dinosaurs and moon landings and evolution. They can learn all that right on the computer. People don't even go to college anymore, right? They just go online and go to college online, which is smart, in my opinion. Why would you go to college and waste time and money traveling to college, traveling home, paying for a place to live in a university? That's fucking stupid. Why would you expect your parents to, just because you want to get a fucking job and move out of the house? Why would you want your parents to pay for your room and board in college? Like a 18, 19-year-old kid. When are you going to fucking grow up? Maybe that's the problem that we have in America, is that we're treating young adults like children. You know, you're treating a 17-year-old, 18-year-old, 16-year-old, even a 15-year-old, like a fucking baby. Go to school, sit down, don't chew gum. You have to, can I go to the bathroom? I don't feel good. I want to go home. That's how you treat an 18-year-old? A 17-year-old? No, they're fucking grown men. They go to war. In World War II, they had 15 and 16 years old on the fucking front lines. What, are you kidding me? They had American youth, the youngest kid who can enter the military, 17. That's a high school kid. Kids in college joined the, what do you call that? ROTC. They fire weapons. They learn tactics. But yet, you want to send your kid to high school so they can treat him like a fucking child. An adult with fucking big balls, big dicks, giant boobs, right? Oh yeah, you're a little kid. Meanwhile, the kid's walking around school with a fucking boner. He's looking to bang every girl there is. That's not a child. That's a fucking adult. That kid should be treated like a man. Yes, sir. How you doing, sir? Welcome. Let's do it this way. Be a man. Don't treat them like children. No, I never went to war, no. You don't even let people drink until they're 20. I don't. That's the rules, that they don't want kids to drink. I mean, I guess young people can't hold their liquor like an adult can't hold their liquor. I mean, it's the same thing. A young kid gets just as intoxicated as an adult. So now they're not kids. I think once you're 16 at least minimum, you're like a young adult, man. You can get married. You can do whatever. There shouldn't be any high school. That should be a choice. You want to go to high school? Go on the computer. There shouldn't be all these high schools that cost society hundreds of millions and billions of dollars. For what? To pay these idiot teachers? To pay for school buses at the expense of working people? That's fucked up. At one time, they had schools because there was no ability there was no other way for kids to learn. They had to go to a place, an institution. But I'm sure even before computers, kids were homeschooled. Guaranteed. Who keeps spamming? Come on, enough. Or else I'm going to have to time you out or moderate if they hear. Who is this guy? All right. All right. Bye-bye. Come on, you could say something and I'll read it, but don't say stupid stuff. Because a lot of times, like, people, like, comments are blocked because YouTube does it. I don't do it. And I'll read it if I think it's okay and funny. I'll show everybody. I have no problem with that. But don't write idiot stuff. He was blocked for 1.8 thousand seconds. You have to be willing to make sacrifices for the better of your nation. Of course. Yeah, but starting fake NGOs is robbing the nation. That's why Donald Trump wants to put an end to it. Because it's basically theft. All right, I'm going to have a cookie. What, you all right, Joanne? I shouldn't have this. I had cake last night. It was horrible. Oh, I woke up. I almost didn't make it to work. Almost didn't make it to work. Lemoore, Trump train, yum. I don't know why everybody likes soft cookies. I hate soft. I like crunchy cookies. There's a lot of good pizzerias. I mean, I think good pizza is made by Italians because they're the ones who invented pizza and they have the taste buds for it. So when they make their product, they have to taste it. So when you get a foreigner that has completely different taste buds, they don't even like pizza. They don't even like it. Like, just imagine Chinese people owning pizzerias and them making the pizza sauce and all this. It's going to taste like Chinese food. Because they have completely different taste buds. right? Has anybody ever gone out with a Chinese person? They have completely, well, I mean, it's all right. Aurelios. Oh, I heard of them. I heard of them. Hooked up. Oh yeah, Asian people are great. Filipinos, Chinese, Japanese, they're all nice people. Very warm. They mind their business. Ha, pineapple. I think pineapple's good. You know what? When I had a friend, and she wanted pineapple pizza, and I ordered it, and then I tried it. I was like, oh, it's not bad. It's sweet. And you could put, I guess, ham on it too. You know, pineapple and ham go together. Pineapple on pizza's Canadian? Okay. When I went to Canada, I didn't see pineapple on pizza. This man was talking about how he likes 16-year-old and thinks they are 16-year-olds and not adults. Okay. My point is that if you treat them more like adults, they'll be more responsible. They won't act like the way they act now. Like a lot of kids, when you take someone who's trying to become an adult and you dumb them down in high school and treat them like children, they're gonna. You're holding these people back. Who the fuck is this now? Rafi Jaharian, how do New Yorkers have such low IQ when they're near some of the best universities? Oh, okay, that's good. See, I could show that. Okay, we got more. Slap an apple. He likes kids. Let's hide that. All right, let's see. Let's hide. All right, snap an apple is going to get timed out. So I don't have to keep 24 hours. I have to keep erasing his bullshit. So he's gone. All right. Been hacked. Hope you're having a good day, brother. Thank you, been hacked. This is like drinking chocolate milk, not hot chocolate. All right, so we got to restart the chat. Jeremiah Brown. Large portion of New York is low IQ. Yeah, because basically what they do is they dumb you down. I mean, like they're teaching you idiotic stuff. They're wasting your time in college, in high school, like they're teaching you about stupid things like dinosaurs. Like they're wasting an hour of your school time to learn about dinosaurs, evolution, moon landings, when you should be more inept of reading and writing and comprehension and learning, you know, what a vowel is, what an adjective is. Not sending these kids out into the world. Dinosaurs? Oh, dinosaurs. Yeah. Oh, Cro-Magnon man. Yeah. Homo erectus. What does that mean, erectus? What was erected? Trump is a traitor to American and our values. Really, Toasted Town? Are you even American? Prove it. Who won the Super Bowl in 2025? This guy wants No, I said they should be treated like adults. Yeah, I mean, a lot of them look like adults. I mean, you can't deny that. I mean, all right, Billy Kelp is gone. Bye-bye, Billy. Let's see. Was that Billy Kelp? You sound stupid. I could show that. Yeah, I am stupid. Did I ever say I was smart? All right, can anybody here say that I said that I was smart? No. Because I was dumbed down in high school and in school. Sounds like, oh, Billy Kelp was already, was he timed out? Yeah, so you're going to go too. You can't start calling me the P word. You're an absolute uneducated, misinformed dolt. Okay, yeah, probably I am. You know, because you don't like it, you can't come back with something more intelligent. That's, you just have to insult me. There are 15-year-old kids that work on farms. There are 15-year-old kids that have jobs. There are 15-year-old kids that fucking put cars together, that can strip down an engine and put it back to, that can do that play music like a genius, that know how to read and write, that are musically talented, that they can cook, they could do anything. They're smart, they have brains. A 15-year-old kid, you ever hear of a prodigy? Even a kid that starts playing the guitar at 11 years old, by the time he's 15, even at 11, it's incredible. There's 15-year-old kids that can lay bricks. I mean, there's young adults that can do the same thing an adult can do. They may not have the physical strength as a grown man, like a 15, 16, but some do. My friend showed me a picture of his son today. 16. The fucking kid is like 6 foot. Kid's a monster. I was like, holy shit, that's your son? I met the kid when he was like, I don't know, 5 or 6. I went over his house and I fixed his plumbing. He had broken pipes, and I do plumbing work, and I fixed his plumbing. And I showed me his son. I was like, and if I show you my daughter, you won't even believe she's 16. You'd be like, oh, your daughter's like 21, 18, 19. Do you eat cat in Canada? I don't know if Canadians eat cat. Oh, there we go. All these now stupid trolls. This guy, okay. So when you start writing that, you're going to go to. I mean, I don't need, like, you want to talk nonsense? We don't need people like you here. You know what I mean? No Leafs. Jeremiah Brown, my man. All right, he's gonna. Oh, we already timed them out. All right, Slap Apple. You have a good night. Ciao, ciao. Europe is soft. Yeah, they are. It's very foolish. I mean, they're ruining their own culture. John, that's true, Johnny. Thank you. Eggs cost less than $4. Where, in Canada? That's good. I mean, people complain about the cost of eggs. You know my answer to that is, how much do you want eggs to cost? How much would you sell eggs for if you had to raise chickens, do all this? You know what it goes through to make 1 dozen eggs? You need 12 chickens. Raise chickens, exactly. Thank you, Jacob. Go raise your own fucking chickens. Don't expect to buy them from someone who wants to, run a business selling you eggs. They're there to make money. They're not there to do charity work for you. Chicken lives matter. Of course they do. We need chickens. Chickens are a great asset to mankind, like pigs. Pigs are a great asset.
Perhaps most concerningly, I look to our very dear friends in the United Kingdom, where the backslide away from conscience rights has placed the basic liberties of religious Britain.
Chat, I love chickens.
A little over 2 years ago, the British government charged Adam Smith Connor, a 51-year-old physiotherapist.
Man, J.D. Vance, wow.
With the heinous crime of
Imagine him as a young kid, like 15. He's probably fucking smart as a whip.
praying for 3
What are you
years.
kidding me? Listen to him talk.
Obstructing anyone.
Look at Ramaswamy. Man, that guy's like a fucking concert pianist. He has mastered the American language. Right? You think at 15 he was like some stupid kid? That kid probably was smarter than all his teachers. Why do you think he's so brilliant? Elon Musk. You think when he was 15, even Donald Trump, he was like some stupid kid that they want you to be stupid in school to teach you stupidity like dinosaurs and evolution and, you know, apes and ape man. Oh my gosh.
Badly written law being enacted.
Shows how. All right, Ariana. Ciao, ciao. Don't let the door hit you in your backside. Have a good night.
Warning them that even private prayer
Trump is stupid. All right, we can show that.
breaking the law.
Jersey Mike. So, Jersey Mike, if you don't like Trump, that's fine. That's cool.
Suspected
Not everybody has to like Trump.
in Britain and across Europe
Potential inappropriate messages. All right.
retreat. And in the interest
All right,
of
what up?
comedy,
I can't.
my friends, but also
Nope.
in the interest of truth, I will admit that sometimes the loudest
Got it.
voices for censorship have come
Come on. Don't use the P word. Who was that?
from country.
Drod used the P word. There's a lot of ladies in here and they don't like that word. So let's not use derogatory words that insult other people.
Like, for example, the idea that coronavirus had likely leaked from a laboratory in China. Our own government
Back to economics school. Right. Why don't they teach kids economics and shop and intelligent things instead of dinosaurs and moon landings and idiocy like that? You know,
administration seemed desperate to silence people for speaking
teach them about like hate in America.
will do
It's just stupid. This is dumb education. It's like, why are you teaching them that?
in Washington. There is an
That's why Donald Trump is getting rid of the Federal Board of Education. Because you can go there and, you know, I don't even want to talk about it.
swear, agree or disagree.
Exactly. They need to teach more common sense to these people. So when they get out of college, when they get out of high school, they have common sense. They can figure shit out. They're not stupid kids. Tariffs teach. Well, I think that it's going to be in 2018. J.D. Vance will be, you mean 2028, not 2018. I think it's going to be Sarah Huckabee. Yeah, teach it right. Teach about economics. Teach about the world. Teach the truth. Don't they? The dinosaurs take huge giant shits. They have long necks, short feet. Tyrannosauruses have little arms. They can't scratch their balls. That's why they're so pissed off, because they can't scratch their nuts. They have no genitals. It's so stupid.
You can believe it's wrong for Russia to buy social media advertisements to influence your election.
Ah, come on.
You can commit
Somebody called me the N-word. All right, bye-bye.
democracy can be destroyed.
Goodbye.
With a few $100,000 of digital advertising from a foreign country that
All right.
isn't very strong to begin with.
No country in NATO is a friend. It's true. They just want our money. That's all it is. They just want us to pay. They don't give a shit about it. No country cares about any other country but their own country. And then when it comes to their country, they don't even care about their country. They just want to rob. It's just the fact of stealing money. It's just stupidity. Like Angela Merkel. How does she help Germany? She fucked Germany up. And she kept who kept voting for her for this policy? Like, why would you want your culture, your generation, your history to be destroyed by a foreign invader and just letting them in and giving them more power than the people that lived there, that were born there, that fought in wars? that made Germany what Germany is. Stupid.
hiding behind ugly Soviet-era words like
I don't think Marxist. I don't think she was even elected. Like who votes for Trudeau? Who votes for Macron? Like, oh, he had an election. He just barely won. Yeah, right. Yeah, all the French voted for Macron. I don't think so.
about how exactly you intended
Shout out Dixon Myers. Immigration is not an invasion.
because as President Trump has made
Well, when you bring in people by the millions, that's an invasion. If you have a country with just the right amount of people and you flood them with millions and millions of people that have nothing in common with the population that exists in a country that has hundreds of years of history, that's an invasion. See, like when people cross the border in America and they're Christians, at least the majority of people in America are Christians. At least you have something in common. You have something in common. So you can literally communicate with them in a way, right? You have that much in common. You know, this, oh, Jesus Cristo, Jesus. And you associate with that. You can't like mix people in with that you have no association, especially that have history that they don't like you. What's the point? What are you doing? Well, USA is gone now. Hopefully it stays that way. I hope they end all NGOs. I hope they make NGOs illegal in the United States because the government shouldn't fund anybody. If you need money for whatever project you need, then you need to solicit the public for money. You don't go to the government and say, hey, give me $30 billion. Hey, give me $20 million. Hey, give me $40,000. You know, that's not what the government's there for. It's not a fucking welfare institution, the U.S. government. The U.S. government's sole job is to protect the people. The federal government's job is to protect the people from foreign invasion and protect the borders. The state government is to protect, to lower expenses of the people, not to increase spending and make our lives miserable, where we lose our homes because of taxes and inflation, and we lose our jobs because of foreigners coming in, buying up all our land and businesses and closing them so they can open them in other places and then import the same shit without having any expense to do business in America. What is Little Blood yapping about? Who's Little Blood? You can't even, what is what name is that? Sweeney. Ben's the Wildcat. Also America, this looks good. Also, America leads in most of the world's innovation, and most of the world's innovation and advancement either comes from us or was funded with you. I don't know. I mean, why do we need to fund the foreign countries to do research? Get the money from your own country. Why do we need to fund them? Come here and do the research. Come here. Get private funding. I mean, what research are they doing? What, research in how to eliminate jobs and replace them with AI and robots and self-checkout? You really believe in when there's 8 billion people on the planet in viruses? If viruses actually existed, we wouldn't have 8 billion people. We would have been fucking wiped out years ago. A virus. All of a sudden, there's viruses with the best modern medicine that man can ever imagine today. People live to over 100. People are living in their 90s and they're healthy in their 80s. So if there were true deadly viruses, we'd all be fucking dead. We'd all be like when was the last time we had a plague? if that even really happened. I mean, seriously. The population is exploding. It's not dying off. See, like, if you go to Africa, you don't have people like Bill Gates talking about eugenics because he's just selling a product. That's all he's doing. He's there convincing you, right, that you're a problem. When what I would tell him is, so why don't you lead by example and put yourself 6 feet under. Do us all a fucking favor. How am I a problem? Why are you still here? If humanity is such a problem, then why are you still standing? Why are you here telling me this? Lead by example. Get lost. Bye-bye. We don't need Bill Gates. Who the fuck needs Bill Gates? With all his NGOs. You know how many NGOs Bill Gates has? How do you think he became rich? Probably through the government giving him billions of dollars in NGOs. He didn't go to college, right? Isn't he one of the guys that didn't go to college? He's so smart. He didn't even have to go to college. He didn't finish college. Right? But yet, universities want to convince you to go participate in their business of education, of college. Go there, rent their apartments and dormitories, pay money, listen to these wacky professors like that have no life experience, that never owned a business, never did shit in society, but is trying to tell you how to live your life. And then in reality, look what they're putting out, crooks. All these politicians, all these lawyers, they're all fucking crooks. So you think that's a good thing? Eddie Siciliano, Paisan, tutto bene. God bless you all and your family. In Jesus' name, amen. God bless you too. I feel like college degrees only exist to make stupid people. Well, I mean, universities have taken a huge role in society. Whoa! One of the greatest tragedies that universities caused was to remove women from the family role. To convince women that they need an education before they get married in case they get divorced. Think of it. If you go to imagine today that colleges had no women in it. Half of them be shut down. Shut down. So they literally made movies to convince women to give up their youth of having children and being married to go to college, to get a PhD until they're fucking 40. Go on a dating website. Go see how many women are on there. I have a PhD. And they're fucking all nuts. They're all 40, 50, looking to meet men. Never married or in misery. Whatever it is, that girl put a spell on me. Bow, 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 bow. Jimi Hendrix. Yeah. So people think, universities are a great thing. No, they convince society to destroy the family, to get divorced, to go to court, to hire these fucking lawyers that they teach family law, that they teach about divorce. University is like a detriment to society. A lot of these colleges. They teach the demise of America. That's where these people learn how to be crooks, how to destroy the American societies through these universities. Because they just teach a lot of bullshit. I mean, look at all these women. Like even today, people don't even know how to be in a relationship. Because there's no respect. Look what they put on television. All about people divorced and this. And so they're actually promoting it. Because when you go to college and you go to law school and you spend all that money, you expect that college to repay you, to be worth it. So if you become a divorce attorney, what do you need? You need people to get divorced. So they promote divorce. You know, and 80% of the divorces are filed by women. Men don't want to get divorced. 80% of women file for divorce. How does it? In 1945, part of the national security was to decrease population.
With that in mind, I'd like to make 4 main points today. Number 1, this administration will ensure that American AI technology continues to be the gold standard.
I mean, I think like the decrease of the population is just a stupid talking point. Or else, like, what would you even hear of Bill Gates for anyway? I mean, when you go watch him speak, what does he talk about? Fucking nonsense. He might as well talk about dinosaurs. Like you go watch Bill Gates speak. He talks about, go watch his interviews. It's all stupidity. It's fucking dumb shit. Because Bill Gates is a promoted guy, like Albert Einstein. He promotes himself with nonsense, with shocking news, like, oh, eugenics and this and that. That's all it is. So people pay to go see an idiot talk about stupidity. You know, he doesn't go there and tell you how to live a healthy life, how to be happy, how to be nice to your wife, how to be nice to your husband, that you should have a family. You know, like adultery is wrong. Watch your diet. Be attractive to your husband and wife. Stay in shape. No, what is he talking about? Oh, human beings are the problem. Human beings are polluting, destroying the planet. Human beings are the problem. Hate yourself. That's what he's saying. Hate yourself because you're a human being and you're the problem. Not me. I'm Bill Gates. I'm telling you this. Yeah. I'm smart. I'm Bill Gates. So what positivity comes out of Bill Gates? Nothing. Because people thrive on negativity. On clowns. Like Einstein looks like a clown. Look at him. Look at pictures of Albert Einstein sticking his tongue out. He's a fucking clown. Don't you realize that? You're being duped. Right? So if Bill Gates was such a nice guy, he would talk like, listen, ladies, you know, cherish your husbands, cherish your children. Men, love your wives. Stay in shape. Look good for your wife. Dress nice. When you go on, don't wear sweatpants and fucking Uggs and an ugly ripped up t-shirt, ripped jeans. Have a little fucking self-respect. I mean, I look like this because I came from work. Right? I mean, you go into stores, these people look like fucking, I mean, people come to my job in like clothes they found in the street. I says, bro, why don't you put on a pair of fucking pants? How do you live your life in sweatpants? How is that even, what do you got, like these giant balls that you can't find a pair of pants to fit over your nuts? I mean, what is it? Like, why? What do you, I mean, like even women, look at them, like the way they dress. It's fucking absurd. No. Belinda Harris, no man shootings in Canada. What can I tell you, Belinda? America sucks. I mean, what can I tell you? I do have a giant bone. Really, Jeremy? See, Jeremy, I love Jeremy. That's funny. Camilla YM1. What does that mean? Sucks now that Trump is in office? Really? You really think so? You really think so? Please get educated, Rin. Susan Bruce, you are a fool if you think that man will not cause nothing but distraction. Who? So you mean to tell me that eliminating U.S. aid is a bad thing? Eliminating funding is a bad thing? Women are attention seekers. So is everybody else. When you're a man and you wear a dress, you're an attention seeker. I'm sorry. When you're a woman and you look like a man, you're an attention seeker. I think a lot of that has to do with the Bible. That when they say man is created in the image of God. So God offends these people so much that they want to change their appearance in order to retaliate against that. You know, like people who like completely change their whole fucking body. Right? Trump is my president. Hey Juan, how you doing, buddy? Tanya Tanya, how you doing, Tanya? Richard Allen Pratt. School tax is on. Yeah, exactly. Imagine school tax. That's a good point, Richard. Do you know that the city of New York City pays $1.9 billion for bus service to pick kids up and take them to school? $1.9 billion the people are taxed for. So a private company who owns these buses have a guaranteed income, stream flow of money. I mean, you own a bus company, you're guaranteed to have business. What business does that? That the government guarantees for you to have business. Guarantee. Chump change more like Trump change. You people are hypocrites. Who, Parker? Fraud on the real value of property. Yeah. I mean, how can you charge people so other people's kids can get on a bus and go to school when today everybody has a car? I mean, I watch people in my neighborhood. They have fucking cars. And they wait on the corner for their kid to be dropped off by a bus. It makes absolutely no sense. And I got to pay for it. Not only that, there are people with kids in all these grade schools that are not entitled to the bus. That if you live outside of the perimeter of the school bus, you're not entitled for the bus to come pick you up. But you still have to contribute to the bus. Isn't that fucking nuts? Isn't that insane? How is that possible? The city of Newark, New Jersey pays $50 million a year for buses to pick kids up and take them to school. Imagine. High school kids. You know what goes on those buses? And they don't even care. As long as they get paid, they don't give a fuck. Toast to town. You think I'm whining? Okay. You like paying taxes? That's fine with me. Hey, listen, you have a right to like to pay taxes. I don't like paying taxes. You are an OG snowflake. I never heard that. OG snowflake? I'm a snowflake? So because I don't like paying taxes makes me a snowflake? You like paying taxes? Okay, what do you call that? Snowflake. Laugh out loud. My plasterboard jobs in America. Now you're against buses? Well, I'm against them forcing me to pay for school buses. Why don't parents pay for their own kids to go to school? Why do I got to pay for it? My town pays $9 million to a bus company every year. And school is only 188 days a year. So this bus company operates in the morning, picks up, drops off, and then all the bus drivers hang out. The buses are parked until it's time to pick them up and bring them back home. And my town pays $9 million. That equals to the national average of $12,000 a student that's entitled to get on the bus per kid per year. $12,000 a year. Look it up for yourself. That's in the East Coast. Maybe down south is cheaper. Am I shadow banned? No. You still here? I read your comment. Brandon Robbins says, I know nothing. Yeah, you must know a lot then, right? Why don't you tell us something we don't know? Trump hates Italians? Okay. Sleazy P, Trump hates Italians. Frank Varoom. Wait. Most of them can't read and write. They should teach them how to read and write on the bus on the way home. Glenn, Uncle Sam is never around. I work 7 days a week, 40 hours a day. The only time the government shows up is when I get paid for my exactly. Glenn, thank you very much. See, Glenn has figured it out. Sleazy P. Musk's America glorifies Aryans. No, you don't even know what an Aryan is. Why would you say that? How does Musk glorify Aryans? Hitler cut taxes. No, he didn't. Hitler raised taxes. I just went over that. Somebody here said that Trump was a fascist. And I says, how can Trump be a fascist when Trump is lowering taxes? Fascist raises taxes. Rate increases spending. Like the prior administration. Right? When Vice President Harris was running for president, did she once mention that she was going to cut taxes? Somebody, raise your hand. Give us an example of how she was going to cut taxes. Like Trump always said. Yes. Yes, what? Where's the example? Hitler did a war on terror. On TikTok, you got to call him Mustache Man. You can't say Hitler. Yeah, look how stupid is that? Why can't you say the name Hitler? What if my name is Hitler? I'm gonna get banned for. Hey, what's your name? Hitler. I'm gonna get banned because you can't say Hitler. It's a fucking name. It's a name. Like all the other people in the world have, like Stalin. Well, what was his first name? Stalin. What was Stalin's first name? Joseph. Vissarionovich Stalin. So Stalin is a bad name too? Is Hitler the only person in the world with the name Hitler? I mean, it's so stupid that you can't say that name. That's woke. That's totally, like, whoever came up with that definitely has a master's degree in psychology. To be offended by that word so bad that you get banned for saying it. What the fuck? That's absurd. That's absurd. So let's say you do talk about Hitler, but you're not really talking about Adolf Hitler, but it's a different Hitler, right? You get banned. Wait, it wasn't that Hitler. It was the good Hitler. The good one. Let's look that up. Are there any other historical figures called Hitler? Hitler is a German surname. It is strongly associated with the Nazi leader Adolf Hitler. After World War II, many people born with the surname legally changed their name. Are there any other people from history with the name Hitler? The only people with the name Hitler are Wolfie himself, his family, and a few people named after him, but I imagine the name must be shared with others. Is there still people with the last name Hitler in Germany? I don't think that Hitler was the only one. All these poor people with the name Hitler got fucked. They had to change their names. Like, how stupid is that? So, like, if they called him Adolf, then people with the name Adolf would have to all, that would be a bad word too. That would be a bad word. Adolf or Joseph. Like, what about Khan? Genghis Khan. Wasn't he a bad guy too? Or Saddam Hussein. Wasn't Obama's name Hussein? Barack Hussein Obama? I guess Hussein wasn't really considered as bad as AH. Let's see you do an Elon salute, Johnny. That's, first of all, that is an old form of salute. I mean, people have been doing that for centuries. That's nothing new. That's nothing like out of the ordinary. That's probably like a human reaction to put your arm up like that. Yeah. It's just to say, I agree. I agree. That's all it is. Yeah. What about if you wave with two hands at a football game? Don't people do this at a football game? Yeah. Or they do the wave? Yeah. It's the same thing. It's just the same thing. The only difference is that they associated with that as a fear tactic, as a way to create a boogeyman, to say that these people are evil. You're covering for the bad guys. What is that? How is that covering? How is that? What about the? A lot of people use that as a salute. I identify with. I think North Korea military. A lot of people use it. It's a form of it's a form of it's a sign of obedience. That's basically what it comes down to. That's what it is. It's a sign. So Americans do this. This is a sign of obedience. Who here is in the military? How do you salute? Not like this. That's how the British do it. They show their palm, right? Americans show this. They go, that's a sign of obedience. That's all that is. So the Germans did this. Or some guys, I think they did like this. That's what the Germans, the Romans, right? They went like, my heart is with Caesar, and I give you my obedience. That's what that is. It's a salute. So the Americans salute like this. Let's see. How did the Japanese salute? How do the Japanese salute? Yeah, they use this. All right. How do the Chinese salute? How do the Chinese military salute? Oh, they salute like this too. Yeah. How do the North Koreans salute? Like this. They don't go like this, they go like this. Well, some of them, but they do it more like a softer type of salute, where, Americans, they'll salute like real tight, and everybody in the military salutes like this. They'll go like, hey. Hey, Shen. Yeah. They actually have all different types. Oh, they put it like in their temple, the North Koreans. Like here, I don't know. Yeah. That's all it is. How do the Germans salute? Yeah, so now modern Germans, they salute like this too. So basically, this is a sign of obedience. Because when you're in front of an officer, the subordinate salutes first, right? So I'm obedient to you. That's all it is. It's just a fucking salute. Doesn't mean anything if you do this. It's a salute. And then you'll get people, like maybe Elon Musk, he did that to attract attention. That's it. I mean, you think Elon Musk gives a fuck? How do the Filipinos salute without the balloon? Good one. Who is that? Ali Boy. Very good. That was a good one. I like that. How do the Filipinos salute without the balloon? Very good. Forget about it. Another message health review. Wow. Sleazy P says Trump hates Italians because Italians are not white enough. Why? Because Hitler said so. They are not Aryan. Should I show that or hide that? I'm just going to let it. I don't have to do anything really. All right. Is I Smoke Tree 88? I Smoke Tree. Tree what? Gene Newbeck. Are you a bus driver? No. Do I look like Ralph Cramden? This man likes, oh my God, you're gone. 24 hours. You know, if it continues, we're going to ban people. I mean, we're here to have a good time. You know what I mean? You don't have to say stupid things. Right? I mean, are we having fun here or not? You kind of look like a bus driver to be. Oh, I do. Okay. I mean, actually, being a New York City bus driver is a very good job. I am having a fun time. Well, thank you. Kaladoon. I've been live streaming for 2 hours and 38 minutes. And we had almost 300 people. There's only 66 likes, thumbs ups. I mean, we should have 100 by now, over 100. I mean, I think, come on, let's see if we could all, there's 196 people right now. Everybody hit the like button. Let's get it up to 100. Everybody subscribe. Yes, you look like the guy from the Honeymoon. Ralph Cramden or Edward Norton. I think I look more like Edward, working in the sewer. 71, come on. 29 more and we got 100. Jackie Gleason, yeah, I know. I used to love that show. Why would people thumbs up a Nazi supporter? What's a Nazi supporter? What is that today? You know what fascism has become? Corporatism. That's what fascism is. Fascism is a society run by corporations. And who runs America today? We still have the right to vote, but corporations, have more power than the people when it comes to policy making and all of that shit. But now we have Donald Trump, who's for the people. Donald Trump is like a Julius Caesar. That's who Donald Trump is. That 100. Come on, we got 75, 25 more. Let's see if we can hit 100. I mean, everybody would love to see that too. You know, we're going to show YouTube. We're having a good time. We're all together, and we don't take no shit from nobody. I'm aware. Is Trump really for the? Yeah, he is. Yes, Joe. He's cutting taxes. Only the people's man will cut taxes. The people who are against the people will raise your taxes. If people are spamming, you should have a mod to handle the outside of you. I have so many mods, they're just not here. They're not here. Kimberly Lupino, Trump is great president. Thank you, Kimberly. I agree with you. And you'll get this money. There's no super chats here. All I'm asking everybody is just to give a thumbs up. That's it. No super chats. No PayPals. Does anybody here want a PayPal? I'll put my PayPal. I'm Irish and I love Trump. Well, very good, Mr. Keenan. Cutting taxes for corporations. So you want foreign corporations to not pay taxes in America, but you want American corporations to pay taxes? Why would you want that? Why would you want Americans to pay taxes and foreign corporations not to pay taxes? What tariffs? Let's call tariffs taxes, because that's what they are. Gotta take my medicine.
This holiday season, discover farm fresh beef, pork, poultry that tastes rich and flavorful as from the time of your great dinner.
Dude talking out his ass. Oh, my ass is down here. Tariffs don't work. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Jeremiah, what's up, buddy? Come on, 77. Let's get it to 100. $78. Come on. We need 22. 22 thumbs up. That's nothing. Even if you don't like me, you know what I mean? You don't like the way I look. You don't like my hat, my new glasses. Thumbs up anyway. Tariffs affect the buyers. So what about taxes that American corporations pay? They don't affect the buyers? What about those taxes? What about taxes that mom and pop stores pay? They don't affect the buyer? Driver, I have nothing against you either, Driver. Thanks for being here, my friend. You like my hat? Thank you. I got this at the boat show for free. You know, I went to a table and I took this other hat. There was 2 hats. This guy gave me 5 of these. The Kawasaki Wave Runner dealer, right? He gave me 5 hats. So I go to this other place where they were selling boats. They were like 400, 200. So I took 2 hats. So the guy comes over to me and goes, hey, sticking his like, I says, oh, don't put your hand in my bag. He goes, these hats are for people who sign contracts. I said, so you mean to tell me that if I buy a $400,000 boat, you're going to give me a fucking $2 hat? You better give me a Louis Vuitton hat. Not a fucking $2 hat. This is a cheap hat. This is like a cheap hat you buy and then you just print crap on it. This is not an expensive hat. This is like a $3 hat. The guy was like, oh, take as many as you want. Sounds like a timeshare scam. Trump is right about trimming off. Yeah, trimming off the pubic hairs. Manscaping. Come on, 81, 19 more. Come on. There's enough people in here to get to 100. Somebody here has to like the live stream. There's got to be 19 more people here who haven't hit the like that likes the live stream. There's 82. Come on, everybody. So all you got, if you're on a cell phone, all you have to do is double tap the screen. That's it. That's all you got. You don't have to do anything. You can just close your eyes and double tap the screen. It's that easy. 83. 17 more. We have over 200 people. He cut aviation safety. Belinda, please explain that. He's going to take that money and give it to the rich. How is he going to do that? Give it to the rich. How? If he cuts taxes for rich people, everybody's going to get a tax cut. You want the same tax cut that somebody pays $5 million a year in taxes? You want to give you? I mean, probably if you make between 75,000 and 1,000, you're probably not going to pay any taxes. 85. Come on, 15 more. Come on, let's see 100. Brandon Robinson. K? K. Huh? Are you reading his proposals? Yeah, I think they're very good. He wants to cut military spending by 50%. You don't think that's good? Do you make $386,000 a year? So even if I don't look up. I don't look at other people. I look at myself. I worry about me. I don't worry about this guy, that guy, this guy. I look at what I got to do. How am I going to make my life better myself? Because no one's going to give me anything. Unless you're on Section 8 or you're on welfare, then people are going to be taxed to support you. But we don't support rich people. Rich people, on the other hand, support us. They provide jobs. Right? But then people who hate rich people and who hate American corporations don't mind not taxing foreign corporations. They want to help foreign corporations, foreign rich people get richer, foreign billionaires get more billions. But when it comes to American companies and American wealthy people, they're against them. They're only for the foreigners. It's okay for them to get rich off America without paying taxes, but it's not okay for companies in America. You know what you're doing? You're promoting foreign corporations. That's all you're doing. You're saying they're the good guys and American companies are the bad guys. That's all you're saying. You don't even know it. When you say that tariffs don't work, tariffs hurt the consumer, you're just helping the foreign corporations and hurting American corporations. Because you're saying that we shouldn't tax foreign corporations and only American companies should pay taxes. And only American wealthy people should pay taxes, but not foreign wealthy people. You think that people who own these companies that want to import their goods tax-free are not rich? You think like they're all fucking poor? Boycott American-made anything. All right, Warren. Yeah, let's do that. Buy Canadian, buy Mexican. Yeah, let's do that. But show me the money. Gene Newbeck. These guys in migrants were paying for food stamps. Well, I mean, a lot of foreign companies have headquarters here. What does that mean? It means nothing. You know, that's just the way it is. Like the company that's importing their shit, and then they have distributors. They have, you know, they have to sell it. That's just how it is. But when they're importing the stuff, they're not paying any taxes. The guy, with all due respect, please learn how tariffs work. Thank you, Tom. All right, another guy. Okay, so Tom, you expect American companies and American workers to pay taxes, to pay to do business here, but foreign companies should do business in America for free. That's what you want. Or to pay even less taxes than American people pay. Boycott America. Yeah, let's do that. Where is your hat made? Made in Bangladesh. So did this hat come into the country tax-free from Bangladesh? So the company's making millions of hats, importing them in the United States. Are they paying taxes? Are the hat companies in America paying taxes? I respect your point. Thank you, driver. What are those ants in your pants, uncles? Leave Villanova. You paid the tax for it. Well, who pays for the tax of an American company when they do business? You don't think they pass on the tax expense to the consumer? Is that what you think? Come on, guys. 13 more thumbs up. We got over 300 people watching, learning. Let's hit the thumbs up, please. Come on. Let's get it to 90. 3 more. At least we hit 90. 9 is a good number. You as well, Alonzo. What are you saying? They get tax breaks. Citizens cannot. Only Western. Yeah. Do Americans get tax breaks? No. I mean, it's just dumb. It's a whole stupid system. We are confused, or are we? I'm confused. I'm always confused. The consumer pays more corrupt than anything else. Yeah, the consumer pays for everything. Well, I believe in consumer taxation. I think a consumer should be taxed, and a citizen shouldn't be taxed. So when I buy something, I should pay taxes. When I go to work, I shouldn't pay taxes. When I go home and I'm in my home, I shouldn't pay property taxes. I should only be taxed on goods and services. That's it. End of story. Why wouldn't you agree with that? All right, we got 90, so let's hit it to 100. Come on. 10 more. 10 more. There's 10 more people who didn't hit the thumbs up. It's very easy. Rin, ha ha ha. Driver agreed. We're not talking about that. Citizens are consumers. Oh, come on. You don't understand that? Basically, a consumer is somebody who goes and buys a product that has a choice to buy the product. A citizen has no choice because they're forced to pay taxes. You are forced to pay taxes. And if you don't pay your home tax, your property taxes, they take your home away. You don't have a choice of not paying taxes. The employer takes it out. You can't tell people, I don't want to pay taxes. They'll tell you can't work here. One of the requirements to work for somebody is to fill out a W-2 or a 1099. Right? You got to fill out either a W-2 or a 1099. And then at the end of the year, you get a W-2 or a 1099 from your employer. So if you want to be tax-free and you get a job that you can try and write off as much as you can without paying taxes, then you don't really, then you have to pay your own insurance, your own this, your own that, your own Social Security. That's on you. The employer doesn't have to do that. 92, come on, 8 more. Basta Fajul, Joey the Roach. Hey, Joey. Ace Willie 9, there are exemptions. Yeah, but now there's hardly any exemptions because the government can't afford it. Why should the government absorb your debt? I mean, think about it. If you have property taxes, the government's not charging you property taxes, the state does. Why should the government absorb the burden of your property tax debt that's between you and the state? That has nothing to do with the federal government. The federal government isn't charging property taxes. At one time, they were gracious enough to absorb your debt to your state. But now the government is like, fuck you. Why should we absorb your debt? You're stupid enough to allow your state to overtax you. You're voting for these people who are just taxing you. They're not cutting taxes by eliminating bus service, eliminating a lot of things in schools, a lot of spending. Like New York City is a sanctuary city. They spent billions and billions of dollars on people who never fucking paid a dime in taxes, who don't even live there. Why would you do that? Why would you tax your citizens billions and billions of dollars for complete strangers who never ever contributed? Nothing, not a fucking dime. And now you're giving them free shelter, free food, free this, free that. And you're defending it? You should be fucking running out of town. You know, they used to tar and feather people. What happened to that? Should I be tarred and feathered? Where am I from? At this point, I'm confused. I'm just looking for 100 thumbs ups. I need 6 more. We need 6 more to get 100 thumbs up. There's 309 people. Frank Room, the government doesn't do anything if out of exactly. If our government only wants to tax us, they're against us. Donald Trump wants to eliminate taxes. That's why they hate him. That it was. Look at us now. Belinda Harding. Oh, we got 100. Congratulations, everybody in the chat. Oh, thank you. We have 100. Thank you. Congratulations, everyone. Now I can go to sleep. What time is it? 8:30. It's so early. Oh my gosh. I had to go to work today, and I had to be there at 6. And my fucking alarm clock didn't go off. And then when I get in my car, I got a flat tire. So I call my boss. Oh, I got a flat tire. I took a picture of it to prove that I really did have a flat tire. Do some more reading. Of what? The comments? As a rich person, no, do not tax me. Exactly. Who wants to be taxed? No matter how much you make. Taxation should be on... It's like in my state, if you buy a boat, and the boat costs $2 million, you only pay 3.5% tax. Why? It's stupid. It's really dumb to pay. They should pay the tax, whatever the tax is. Why should they be tax forgiveness for that, for buying a $2 million boat? That's stupid. My state, the state of New Jersey, is run by complete morons. Complete morons. The governor of New Jersey is a complete waste of fucking... They don't do anything. I just did a video on Trump and congestion pricing. Go watch that video. Watch the whole thing. It's a good video. I drive through Brooklyn and Long Island, Brooklyn Bridge. I go over the Goethals Bridge, Verrazano Bridge. It's pretty cool. You should watch it. You know, I think it's decent information. You know. Watch it. It's a good video. Tax is needed for the Zionist terrorists to find. The same crap is going on in San Diego. Yeah, I mean, it's just anywhere where there's crooks. It's not only Democrats, it's Republicans too. Australia is the best country in the world. I've never been there. I hope it is. I hope Australia is, if that's where you live. San Francisco. Musk is not running the U.S., but it's nice having his presence around. More big power to the Trump bigs. They can keep an eye on each other. Well, you know what it is? You can't have weak men. Now, it's not even like we're not weak men. Basically, when you're poor, you can't intimidate people who are more wealthy than you. You just can't. You just because they can bribe you. But a guy like Elon Musk, you can't. You can't bribe him. You can't intimidate him. He's like, fuck you. Who are you to get all this money? Go get a job. Go work. Who are you to steal from poor people? He actually cares about people. Because if he didn't care, he'd have an NGO. He'd be full of NGOs. He'd have 20 shell companies like President Biden. What do you think those shell companies are for? For NGOs. That's why these guys have all these LLCs for the NGOs. Elon cares. Yeah, I hope so. Green Lord, eliminate income tax. We had roads, schools. Exactly, with tariff taxes. Let's call them tariff taxes. Stop calling them tariff. See, when they use the name tariff, it's confusion. Because a lot of people, they don't know what the fuck a tariff is in reality. But when you say tax, people know taxes. You know why? Because they pay them. If they said that, hey, my government tariffs me, my income. I don't pay income tax. I pay income tariffs. So if they would always use the word tariff in place of tax, people would be more against tariffs. Right? They would say, no. Why shouldn't they pay taxes? Why do I only got to pay taxes? Because that's how people feel. Why am I the only one? Why should my business be the only one paying taxes or tariffs? But this foreign company is exempt from paying these taxes or tariffs that I have to pay. That we all pay. We all pay income taxes. Right? We all pay income taxes. That's a tariff. That's a price to work in your country. That's what a tax is. You have to pay a tax to work in America. So why would you agree to allow a foreign company to do business in America for free? Why would you be against Trump for that? I know, I'm an idiot. Here we go. You don't know what taxes mean. You're an idiot. You're an asshole. Pro-tariffs, morons, name the last name. Tariffs work that way. The who is that? The Beaver 83 channel. Driver, I'm fine with hostile. I voted for Trump 3 times. 3 is a good number. 3, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. It's just being raised again. Oh, we got a message held for review. Let's see what this guy, oh my gosh. Where is it? Colleen J., the epitome of stupid American. You are going to pay tariffs. Okay, Colleen. What about taxes? Don't American corporations pass their burden of tax onto the consumer? What's the difference? Why should American companies pay taxes and foreign companies don't? You don't think American companies pass taxes is a burden? Nobody wants to pay them. Everybody tries to avoid taxes. Why do you think people want to avoid taxes? Because it's a burden. You understand what a burden is? You're forced to pay that. That's a burden. You have to carry that burden with you. That tax for the rest of your life. It's a burden. You understand? You have to pay taxes your whole life. It's a burden. So when foreign companies convince you that they're the good guys, that they shouldn't have to carry the burden of paying taxes to do business in the United States, they're winning. You understand? Oh my gosh. I don't know what the fuck to explain to these people. Taxes are not the same as tariffs. Yes, they are. It's the same exact thing. Look at it. Okay. What are the synonyms of tariffs? What is the synonyms of tariffs? What is here? So the plural noun tariffs, tax, number one, duty, toll, excise, levy, right? A toll is a tax. When you pay a toll, you're paying a tax to ride the road. They don't call it a tax because then you'd be pissed off. Big man, how many fucking taxes do I gotta pay? I gotta pay property taxes, sales tax, income tax, road tax. I gotta pay road tax on my gasoline. I gotta pay road tax on my registration. Now I gotta pay toll tax. So they use the word tariff, right? In order to confuse the people who they convince that tariffs are going to be passed on to the consumer. So are taxes. Oh my God, it's right here. Similar words to tariff: tax, duty, not poopy, duty, toll, excise. You ever hear of excise tax? You ever hear that? A levy. You know when they put a levy on your home? That's a tax. When you don't pay your taxes, they put a levy until you pay your taxes. And that's what customs does. When a company imports their goods and customs puts a levy on the goods until the tax or the tariff is paid. You understand? Customs agents collect the tariffs, the duty. So unless you pay the tariff or the tax, you cannot take your things out of the port. And then if you never pay the tax or the levy customs puts on you, the port will charge you stowage. You know what stowage is? They call it a demurrage. That's the term they use, demurrage. But they charge you rent for your container. So instead of using rent, right, they call it demurrage, like a code word. Like tariff, I guess, is a code word for tax on foreign companies. Right? It's a term. Tariff is like a demurrage, and a demurrage is rent. So if you're behind on your payments, you get a demurrage. And if you don't pay your tariff, you get a levy. That's what the government gives you, a levy, until you pay your tax. Trump is an old queen? Really? You seen Trump dressed as a queen? Tell me what you did with Bobby. Under Biden, high prices or inflation were bad. Under Trump, it's great. Yeah. Well, did Biden ever reduce taxes? No. Did he try and cut the budget? Did he try and go after corrupt NGOs or NGOs? I don't think NGOs should even be legal. I don't think the government should pay any NGOs. Why is the government entitled to pay for your research? That should all be privately funded. Why would the government give you millions and millions of dollars to research if a dog is transgender? Why would anybody agree to that? You got to be a complete fucking idiot as a politician to sign that bill, to fund that. Why would you do that? Why would you fund giving the Taliban millions of dollars in condoms? Or giving $50 million in condoms for Africa? Are you, like, what politician would sign that bill? Come on, guys, we got 106 thumbs up. Let's get it to 110. because I am getting tired, and I am so happy everybody was here. Thank you for coming in. God bless you, and have a great night and the rest of your weekend. And if it's your birthday today, happy birthday and happy belated St. Valentine's Day. Peace out and God bless you.